We are Nova Scotia's longest running outdoor market. We started in 1968. We are a traders market as well as a farmers market. So we have vendors that sell vegetables and fruits and seasonal produce. And then we also have traders and crafters from everything from candles to soaps to blankets and beautifully crafted items.
Yeah, everything's so wonderful.
So we're a year-round market, so every Saturday we have a market. We have an outdoor market during the summer months, and then when it starts getting cold in October, we switch to an indoor market.
Okay.
And during those summer months as well, July and August, we also do a Wednesday market.
Ooh.
So it gives opportunity for our vendors to offer their wares to more people. And because the town's so busy, it's a tourist town, so it gives the opportunity for more people to find out about the great vendors we have here.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm really well, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. You have such a beautiful variety of vegetables here.
Thank you very much.
Can you tell me a little bit about your farm?
So we are a certified organic vegetable farm. We're just 8 kilometres away from Annapolis Royal.
Oh my gosh.
And we grow a lot of different and colourful vegetables.
I see, they're all so beautiful. This seems like a lot of vegetables. I feel like a lot of soups could be made here. Do you sell out of everything?
We don't sell out of everything. You always hope you're going to. Like we have one day a week to make a revenue and for our business. So you're always hoping that you do sell out. You don't always. It can depend on weather. We've had a lot of rainy Saturdays this year, but I have to say this community is really, really good. Like they'll stand in the way in the rain with their willy boots and umbrellas on. So we're very, very lucky that we have a community that comes out and shops year round.
I love that. Do you mind if I come see your market garden?
We'd love you to come and visit.
I hope you have a good market day. I'll see you later this morning.
Alrighty, we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Take care. You're famous. Good morning, Carol.
Brought my home. Good morning. You're worth waiting for.
It's not even 9 o'clock.
No.
And you're here.
8:30.
It's 8:30, and you're here bright and early. What are you getting?
Oh, I've got some blueberries and new potatoes and some lettuce from Strattons Farm.
Oh, that's exciting.
I've got a couple of more things. I've got to try to find some arugula if I can and get some bread from March and Paul.
Why are you at the market? Why don't you go to like a grocery store or somewhere else to get your
Well, first of all, I like to patronize local people if I can.
Of course.
And secondly, it's everything that's here is fresh. Perfect. A lot of it has been without any kind of chemicals added to it. It's quite organic.
Yeah.
And so that's generally, and plus it's a bit of a social gathering.
Hi, Sally. How are you?
Hi, Danny. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
Welcome to our Strattons Farm and our market garden.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Can I get a little tour?
Of course you can. Let's head up.
I think the tomatoes, like I tried to do tomato plants during COVID like everybody else, and it didn't work.
Thankfully that there's farmers out there who can feed you.
What are those purple things?
They're tomatoes.
Really?
Yes,
Do
they
they
are.
start out as purple?
No, they start out green and then they change colour as they ripen.
So red is obviously the ideal color for a tomato?
Not in my world.
Not in your world. What's a natural color of tomatoes?
Well, in everyone's world, they're generally red, but we grow a lot of different coloured tomatoes.
Really?
Yeah.
So what other colors can tomatoes be?
So you can have brown, you can have black, we've got yellow, orange, we've got purpley Roma tomatoes.
Oh, yum.
Did you want to go and have a look?
Yeah, I'd love that.
Okay.
So these ones are ripe?
Yeah, these are ripe.
Oh my goodness, what do you make with these ones?
So these are just nice in salads, or if you're doing bruschetta, something
Oh
like
my
that,
gosh,
these
yum.
would be great for. So most of the tomatoes in here are generally for eating.
Oh, that looks like an apple.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so firm.
I always tell our customers off for squeezing tomatoes.
So it's just you two?
Yes, it's just Michael and I.
So you pick all of these?
Yes.
Do you have to do it by hand or do you have like a mechanical thing?
These hands
You literally pick them all by hand?
with a bucket, and we
Holy
pick them all in.
smokes. These are like the most beautiful tomatoes I've ever seen.
So we have a lot of locals that are come every week, like every Saturday and Wednesday, to get their produce. They're going to line up for like 20 people deep to get that perfect tomato. So we have a local audience, and then again in the summer we're very busy. We're a good tourist spot. So a lot of people who don't know about the kind of jewelry that people make from glass that comes from the ocean, and they get to learn about Nova Scotia and then have a little piece to take home with them.
I've been at the market since 2008.
Wow, that's a few years.
I love it.
Why did you decide to come to the market?
Well, I'm 74. I've been sewing since I was 13.
Wow.
I retired in 2006, and this is my hobby. I still love
love
to
it.
sew, so this is what I do. This is one of my favorite parts about the market.
Okay.
I have every continent except Antarctic represented in my guest books.
Wow.
When one's filled, I just carry on with another one.
That's beautiful.
So my product is literally all over the world. I usually go through almost a full one a year.
Do you mind if I signed your guest book?
Not at all, please do.
Thank you. They're so pretty. So how long does it take you to do like this many? To pick them?
It's mostly taken me an hour or so to do this.
my
I still haven't
gosh.
finished it. I've only just started the second side. So
I just love how they're so like
regimented and ordered.
Yeah.
That's just me. No,
I love it.
So what we do now, because we generally plant in colour and the same varieties together. So I'll go in, I'll harvest everything that's ripe, and then generally once Michael's finished doing whatever he's prepping at the wash stand, he'll come up and the way we stack them in the crates, we try and mix all the different varieties. So each layer has a mixture so that otherwise you get customers saying, well, I need to get to the bottom of that crate to get all of those yellows out of there. So we just then make sure every level of how we stack them
That's so
has
nice.
a mixed variety.
Oh, he's good. Has the market always been here on Church Street?
It has. So when Annapolis Royal, a few years ago, I'm talking the 70s, there was a revitalization of the town. And during that revitalization, the people that were working on that decided that we needed to have a space for the market. It's always been here, but they built this town square. So you've got these beautiful buildings, and that's what they built back in the 70s, early 80s.
So the buildings stay here
Year round they're here.
Wow.
Yeah, so this beautiful spot was built late 70s, early 80s, and then it extends down the street to accommodate the 100 or so vendors we have.
Wow, that's so exciting.
Yeah. There's a couple of vendors here who have been here for decades.
Really?
Decades, like almost 30 years.
Really?
And they've
That's so
still
nice.
they're still selling, they're still enjoying this market, they're still loving being here.
I heard that you have been here for a few years.
40.
40 years.
My 40th year.
Oh my goodness, congratulations.
Thank you.
So what brought you to the market 40 years ago?
Well, I have to knit, so I have to get rid of it. My kids have all the knitting they could ever use, so I have to.
So you
sell
came
it.
here.
Yeah, yeah.
Your craft is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Do you have a favorite thing to knit?
No, I just like changing it around.
Oh, I love that. What's your favorite thing about this market?
You get to talk to people you don't see all year long until summer.
It is a social place.
Yes, yeah. And you get to meet all people from all the different countries. And
Yeah.
all the different places.
You guys are so close to the ferry that goes to the
Yeah.
States, and
Yeah.
so people come here a lot.
Yeah, a lot of my crafts have gone to Austria and Germany and everywhere.
How does it feel to know that you are in all of those places?
It feels nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're helping out someone's
yeah,
family.
yeah.
How long have you been actually doing the Annapolis market?
So we started in the Annapolis market in, I think it was about September of 2017.
So the year you moved here.
The year we moved here.
You were like, we're gonna do the market.
Oh, we hit the ground running.
I can tell.
We had to, you know, it's not a luxury to take time off.
Yeah.
So it was very much, we had other farmers come in and help us kind of open up the ground. And it was a lot of hard work. It was hay fields, so we had a lot of work to do. So we've gradually over the years been able to grow how much, like get slightly bigger in what we grow. But it's taken a good few years to be able to do that.
You're certified organic.
Yes, we are.
And I know it's a lot of work.
Yes.
Can you tell me a bit about getting that certification?
So when you initially get it, you have to do an initial application, and you have when you have an inspector come out and do your initial inspection. So, and then you do annual inspections after that. After that,
So it doesn't
it's
end.
nice. It never ends, but it's really nice because it makes you think about what you're doing. It makes you think about what you're putting in the soil.
Keeps you accountable.
It keeps you accountable. You have to do traceability tests on it, so we have to be able to show where that crop, where the seed came from, when it was planted, when it was harvested, how much we harvested it. So you're always tracking those things.
A lot of paperwork.
And yeah, it is a lot of paper. But once you kind of get a rhythm, it works really, really well. And it's also being responsible for your land. So it's not just about growing the vegetables, it's about creating the ecosystem. It's about looking after the soil and feeding the soil. So we use all the cover crops at our farm as well. And it's nice, for as much as you get nervous about your annual inspections, it's also nice because it's time when you get your inspector arrived, you're able to show them what you've been doing, what changes you've made to try and improve things. With Ducks Unlimited, we actually put a wetland in on our property.
Really?
So it brought in more wildlife, which was really, really nice. So that's right at the front of our property. We have a big wetland. So it's those things as well that they're also looking at, that you're not just thinking about your growing field, you're thinking about the whole ecosystem as a whole.
That's beautiful. Can you tell me a bit about the process to be a vendor?
Yep. So as anybody who wishes to be part of our farmers market, they apply to the market, and then every single application is vetted by a committee. So we look at who's at the market now, where are we missing, where there's some gaps that we could have, what are our customers asking for. And so once they've gone through that process, we will go through them, and then those that are accepted go through an online portal, and then they can choose all the dates that they want to attend.
Wow.
And then they come to our market.
I've noticed a few people kind of helping out.
Yep.
Do you guys have staff or volunteers, or how does that work?
So we have a full-time market manager, and then we also hire students.
Wow.
So for the summer months, through a program by the Nova Scotia government, we're able to have a couple helpers that help out our market manager. It's a big market. There's almost 100 vendors here, so we need help setting up tables and helping vendors kind of figure out where they need to be placed. So those two helpers are really, really important for our
That's
market.
wonderful. Good morning, Jane and Peter. How are you?
We're well, thank you.
What is your ties to the market?
Well, it's good food,
Yeah.
good friends,
Yes.
and usually really great opportunity to see new things.
That's true. Do you come every Saturday?
Yes, every single Saturday.
I love that.
Yeah.
We come every Saturday. It's a good way to support what is a terrific community endeavor, and also we love to eat. So
I get that from a lot of people.
there's clearly no better place. And
No.
it's just remarkable, the variation through the season. And there's a spring market, there's a midsummer market, there's a fall market, and actually there's a winter market.
It's all
Out
year
outdoors,
round.
yes.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, and basically you know what season you're in, whether you're strawberries or blueberries or peaches. Right now we're in peaches.
Peaches season.
Yeah, so it's peaches today and peach crisps tonight for supper.
I love fresh eating. I think at this time of year, because everything is picked either yesterday morning or today, and then we sell tomorrow, it's
That's so fresh.
super fresh, and we are 8 kilometres from the farmers market.
Oh my goodness.
So it's not going very far, so people are getting incredibly fresh vegetables. So at this time of year, these are just perfect for eating fresh.
So I also see like a variety of colors. So green is my favorite, but then there's also red.
Yep.
So is green the green ones?
So the greens,
or are they just not ripe?
They're not ripe. So,
okay.
So if they get to a slightly darker green, you can definitely eat them. There's nothing wrong with eating green peppers. I know some people won't, but majority of people love them when they're red because they see them as being sweeter.
Okay, wait. So, this might be a dumb question.
No,
but
nothing's dumb. Nothing's dumb.
So do
nothing's
green
stupid.
peppers become red peppers if they're just held on longer?
Yeah. So if you let them fully ripen, and they'll go different colours. Like we've got red here, we have
Really?
yellow, orange. There's some purple peppers somewhere. So they'll start off green because people see that as an unripe vegetable.
Really?
Unripe pepper, and then they'll turn into their colour. a lot of people prefer them with their colour because they have a sweeter taste to them.
I didn't know that a green pepper would eventually turn into a red pepper.
Yeah, it does.
Well, I'm learning so much.
Lots on this weekend, so lend me your ears for today's announcements. Now you can experience Paint the Town in action as Mi'kmaq artist Lord Julian refreshes the wonderful Mi'kmaq mural on the wharf this morning. So make sure you take a walk out to the end, and you can even try your hand with a paintbrush.
So what would you say the vibe of the market is?
So we are a busy market. So,
Yes.
it's a beautiful, because of the landscape and where we are, you overlook this beautiful basin. So it is just a place to come and just relax and just interact with farmers and crafters and really understand the passion behind what people do.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Friday, I would assume you spend all day picking for Saturday.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So how many hours would you say?
So we mostly came out at 7 this morning.
Oof.
So then we work through till 12. We have lunch for an hour, and then we start again just after 1. And then, dependent on what's needing to be picked, we can still be going at about 6:30.
Oh my goodness.
Generally, we wrap up about 6:30 on a Friday.
From dawn to dusk.
Yep, it is.
Literally.
It is literally.
So do you like pack up your car Friday night, or?
No, so we do it all. We have a refrigeration system for a lot of the crops that we pick. So everything goes into there, and then we load Saturday morning. We drive to market, we unload all of that, we start setting up. Michael then comes back and does a second load.
Oh, wow.
And brings that down as well. Because we only have a tiny truck.
Yeah.
We don't have one of these big trucks. We just have a little tiny one.
So
we
what
do
time
2
in the
runs.
morning do you start packing up at?
Oh, so we generally come out to start packing up about 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't take too long because
Yeah.
2 of us are doing it. And then, like I said, we're 8 kilometres away from the market,
Yeah.
which is really nice.
That's
so it's a quick
nice.
there. We kind of get everything out the truck. Michael zooms back here. I start setting things up, and then so it's generally 2 runs.
Oh, I love that. Can you tell me a bit about your motorcycle club?
Sure. We're here at the Annapolis Royal Market, and part of the reason is because we're on our 50th anniversary. It's our 50th year.
That's amazing.
Yep.
So what do you do here at the market?
So we always support the lots of the community efforts that are going on in the area. The one we're supporting today is called Schools Plus. So the money that's collected, we're doing a 50-50 draw. And what we end up doing with that money is the winner, of course, wins half the pot. The other half goes to Schools Plus, and they'll use it for whether it be a breakfast program, equipment, or whatever for the kids. But usually it goes to the Christmas families.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so amazing.
And we do that in a number of areas throughout the community.
It was so funny when I was picking yesterday. I was going to message you and go, Reba, come early. See you later, darling. Take care.
What are these?
So this is kale.
Oh!
So we have the insect netting off of it to try and keep some of the bugs away from it. Because we're certified organic, we don't.
That's right.
We try and keep everything using insect nettings rather than using. Some people put sprays on to try and stop the bugs. So we have a white butterfly called a cabbage white, and also the flea beetles. They really love to. The flea beetles like to nibble on the kale like this, and they'll put lots of holes in it. Cabbage whites generally lay their eggs on it, and then you end up with caterpillars. So generally, wherever there's insect netting, is we're trying to stop those bugs getting into the crop. So
That's
sometimes we'll take it off during the season because the plant's strong enough to deal with it.
Yeah.
Something like kale, you want it to get nice and rock.
Nice and lush.
So we keep the insect netting on all season.
So what are you doing in the winter?
So what we do when people are thinking about their summer holidays, we're thinking about fall and winter crops. So we grow a lot of what we call storage crops. So we grow leeks, we grow celeriac, onions, carrots. We grow daikon radishes. So we grow a lot of crop that we will take off once it's at the right size, and we actually store it. So our cooler room, we can then turn into a cold storage room, so we can heat it through the winter months. So that allows us to take root crops to market through the winter. Then what we have is we have the tunnels that are up in the field that have tomatoes in. The ones that don't have tomatoes in at the moment, that we put cover crops in, they will then be turned into tunnels with winter greens in. So we'll have spinach, we'll have kale, we'll have claytonia, we grow lettuce, we grow collards. So we put a lot of different greens into the ground that are cold hardy. We have to put protective cover over them to try and keep them a little bit warmer when we do have cold nights. And we can't always harvest greens every week because of the daylight hours, because we have less daylight through a certain period through winter. So you don't get as much, but it allows us to add to those root crops. So our customers do get some fresh greens through the winter months.
That's really nice.
Yep.
So what would you say is the most difficult part about growing here in Nova Scotia?
Nova Scotia.
The weather.
The weather. Weather and pests.
Good afternoon, Sally. How are you?
Danny. I'm good, thanks, Danny. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
I see you almost, it looks like you have nothing.
There's still something.
There's still lots left, though.
Yep.
Did you have a good day?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you.
Was it slow, fast?
Mornings are always really busy, and it tends to start slightly early, and then it gets a little bit quieter as we get near to lunch.
I did hear from someone that you had originally a huge part in the market, but you had to step away.
Yep, so I used to sit on the board for the last 2 years, which is really nice to do, but it's also a lot of work. So it's nice to this year to actually be able to focus more on the farm and not just focusing on the market. But it's nice when you get to join the board because you get a little bit more insight. I think you also become a little bit more passionate about the market when you also sit on the board and you get involved in it in a different way.
Back in the 70s, Annapolis Royal was dying. So they were thinking about tearing down that beautiful fort and building condos. So a bunch of people came together and they decided this is not what we want for this town. We want this to be a beautiful town that has this beautiful architecture that remembers the history of it. So they came together, they saved the fort, they built this beautiful square to get more tourists to come here and revitalize the town. And it's the town you see now.
That's so beautiful. I feel like everywhere you turn, there's something beautiful in this town.
There is.
And for the market to be like smack in the center of so many galleries and restaurants, and
it was a beautiful thought process they went through to understand, even back then in the 80s, to understand
that markets are important.
Markets are very important. They're a way to connect community. They're a way to connect people. It's a way that I'm new to the province. I haven't been here that long, but what I can do is I can connect with people who have lived here who've lived here longer, who have been part of this market for decades, and I can connect with them, but I can also connect with all the new people that have come here and the new people that are bringing their beautiful trade and their beautiful products to this market.